What's up, man?
Destin face San Antonio pretty much every year in the playoffs.
Yeah. I lost count of how many times I played in the series. Yeah. It's always a fun, grinded out series. Smart team that makes adjustments. It feels like every possession almost. So that's how good they are. And we look forward to playing. San Antonio is a great environment to play basketball in. And, it should be a good series.
How does it feel to finally just know who you're going to play after having that kind of series?
Yeah, it's cool to know since we can prepare now. I've been on teams where we knew who we were playing for at least a week, so it's a little different now. But I'm glad we got that out the way. Regular season's over. We can start the playoffs, and looking forward to going out there and playing. That's a good question. I mean, he hasn't played all year, and we haven't heard anything about him coming back. So, I mean, obviously, if we get any information about that, we'll prepare the right way. But for now, we just prepare for the team that they have now.
What do you get from working out with Nash?
Just thinking about the rhythm of the game, the efficiency of the game, and how to, not waste any movements out there. Probably the most efficient basketball player that's played from every angle of the court. Shooting the ball, shooting the three, shooting the mid-range, just about everything he can do. So, it's an honor that I get to learn from a guy like that, and just trying to soak up as much knowledge as I can and make me a better player as well.
Does he talk to you a lot while you're out there? Is he coaching you up? Kind of? Talking to?
I mean, but at this point in my career, I pretty much, when it comes to knowledge, we're pretty much on the same level, especially because of experience. You know what I mean? So it's him just keeping me aware of some stuff I may forget about out there, and but he's been great. He's been sharpening me up throughout the whole 2 years that I've been here. So I'm very grateful for him.
What did you learn about the resiliency of this group over the last month when all four All-Stars were out at some point, and you guys you've dealt with a lot over this stretch?
So have a lot of teams. So we're trying to move on and, figure it out, keep figuring it out, keep getting better. So.
Did you learn anything about some guys on your team and how they were able to take on greater roles?
I always knew everybody on our team had a good spirit, a good energy for the game. We might have lost some games and had some tough stretches, but, that doesn't define everybody here as an individual player. So kind of positive on, optimistic on each of these guys and how we approach the game, no matter what the score is in some of those games. So glad we can kind of learn from those tough times and continue to move forward. But glad that we can go into the postseason healthy at least and get ready for a good series.
You face him obviously, but you never face him in the last
He's a 20-point scorer in this league at one point. A guy that can still score the ball, somebody that gives another punch off the bench. And we know that we can't forget about Rudy no matter, how many other people are forgetting about him as a player. And we know how good he is, especially me, playing the same position. So he gives him another punch from a guy that can score, who's long and athletic as well, to guard on different positions. So we got our work cut out for us when he comes into the game.
You guys have been talking about flipping the switch a lot recently. Do you feel that you've located the switch and are in the process of flipping it, or is it too soon to know?
I don't think there's anything called flipping the switch. I just think now we can focus in on what we always do good here. It's flying around on defense, moving the basketball. Now that we know our matchup, I think it's a little easier to prepare for a team when you know you're going to play them for a week. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't call it flipping the switch. It's just kind of knowing that to lock in on certain sets, certain players, and certain tendencies. When you're playing in the regular season, it switches up every single game. You don't know who you're playing. Back-to-backs, you're traveling. I think this flipping the switch comes from just the focus part of it. I think physically everybody is pretty cool, but mentally just knowing who you're going to guard and how you're going to try to score on them, I think that's when you just kind of lock in on those things because we got one team we're playing against for the next 4 games, at least.
Are you prepared to face Kawhi at all, or are you operating under the assumption that he won't play?
I don't know. I'm prepared to face anybody. I'm just prepared to play. I just got to worry about me and how I can help the team win. And, it's hard enough focusing in, coming in every single day, trying to work as hard as I can to get better, so I can't focus on anybody else. And whatever's thrown out there, I'm ready to play against.
Kevin, what do you say about those that say maybe you need to do more or be a leader more?
What does be a leader mean?
Just be the number one guy. If because you said Steph is the system. It's just that discussion point of you need to be the one because Steph isn't around for that first round. What do you think of that whole?
I feel like I feel like I've proven myself on the court all season. I don't know what being a leader is because everybody chips in, everybody leads by their voice every single day. Andre might say something one possession, then I might say something. Draymond, then goes down the line. Then we got coaches, so we do this a collaborative effort. It isn't just one guy that voice is just louder than everybody else. It's a collaborative effort on the basketball court as well. So I don't really understand what that means, but I come to play every single night, and you know what you're gonna get out of me, and play as hard as I can. I may not make every shot, but I go out there trying to be a great player, and I work like it every single day. So that's what I bring to the team. I lead by example. If I got something to say, I'll say it. If not, I'm not just going to say a bunch of stuff just so I can be looked at as a leader. If I say something, it's going to be impactful.
Was it a relief to finally find out who you were playing? And considering all the teams that were in play, what do you think generally about the Spurs as a manager?
Respect them a lot. We know how tough it is to play those guys. They don't beat themselves, and I think that's the key in the playoffs. You got to be solid. They're a solid defensive team. They play extremely hard on the offensive end. They move the ball. So they present a different challenge for us, and we're looking forward to playing against them.
Kevin, is Andre one of those guys that flies under the radar that come playoff time can make a huge difference for your team?
I wouldn't say flies under the radar because we see him every single day, and we know what he can bring to the team. And he's even though it doesn't show up in the stat sheet every night, he definitely comes out and plays a solid game every night. When he's playing, from defending, getting deflections, pushing the basketball, rebounding, doing the little things. I think that's what stands out about Andre, and we're looking forward to having him out there, and hopefully he has a great series.
Kevin, you talked about how well coached the Spurs are. What's the signature of a Popovich team in your mind as an opposing player?
Well, they don't beat themselves. They don't make silly mistakes, fouling at the end of shot clocks, not getting back on defense, just shooting bad shots, shooting shots just to shoot them. They play a solid basketball game, solid overall game on both ends of the floor. They rarely foul because they play straight up, contest at the rim well, and they don't foul shooters. Just the smallest things that can lose you a game, they don't really do. They might not have all the scoring that they usually have with Kawhi being out, but they make up for it in the other things, and so that makes them a different matchup.
What have you heard?
Last one.
Play for Pop. What's it like to play for Pop? Obviously, you haven't.
Well, I just heard it's just always about basketball. When you get in this league, you can have a lot of layers on top of the game, and layers that really don't mean anything when it comes down to tipping the ball up. Whether it's contracts, whether it's fame, whether it's jersey sales, shoe sales, ticket sales. It's about playing a game with Pop. That's what I've heard, and there's a reason why they keep everything kind of tight-lipped and just focus on playing the game. And Pop doesn't really indulge in the in-game interviews and that type of stuff because it's always about the game, and I can appreciate that.
Kevin, if there's one overriding thing that you guys can tighten up as a team going into the playoffs?
I think for us to continue to tighten up our defensive shell, do a great job in the pick and roll of fighting over the basketball, fighting over the screen, and get back in front. I think those are two things that we really have to continue to keep getting better at. I think offensively we continue to keep moving our bodies and moving the basketball. We'll be fine, but defensively just locking in on our man, guard one-on-one, but also playing great pick and roll defense.
At this point in the season, are you a little beat up like just about everybody, or do you feel super 100% charged up?
I feel good. Feel great. Looking forward to playing, man.
No treatments, no.
You get treatment every day, just to stay ahead of stuff. But for the most part, I think just about everybody who's out here is healthy.
You don't do those cold things, do you? Do you understand the cold deal?
Yeah,
I do those.
Yeah.
How often?
Just about every day, almost after every practice. Try to do it after every practice. Put your ice in after every game, stuff like that, just to stay, like I said, stay ahead of anything that may happen.
Yeah. A lot of guys in the team do.
Yeah, it's a part of being a professional. You have to do it.
It's a fun 3 minutes.
Yeah, it is.